Friends, let's settle in for a moment of silence and stillness in the manner of friends. Good morning. Welcome. Can we first give a big round to all of the artists that performed last night? 25% of the upper school performed in the concert, and it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Good morning, friends. Here's another celebration that we have this morning. Can you hear me okay on the mic? Check. Thank you. No? Testing. Ooh. Testing. Can you hear me okay now? Thank you. So we have a number of celebrations. There were a number of, visitors that we had this week. We're going to have more celebrations for the seniors. This is also the seniors' last day of classes. Give them a round before they go off to capstones. The Senior Book Awards is a moment for us to think about our academic program, but also generally lift up our seniors and one junior as a part of the work that they do at Abington Friends. I have something prepared that I want to share with you. Today, I'd like to start our gathering by reflecting a few moments on the idea of our school as a meeting for learning. You've heard me talk about this before, but I'm going to talk about it just a little bit differently. Starting with a project that faculty have been working on for the past year that hopefully will get you engaged in next year. Great learning is rooted in great questions. This year, as part of the Fourth Century Center grant work, the entire upper school faculty has been working on developing portraits of a graduate, department by department. Each department has generated collective mission statements meant to focus the purpose of their work, our collective work. What competencies or abilities does a graduate, when you graduate from this school, what type of competencies and abilities do you have, to take into the wider world after studying in particularly this academic program, Abington Friends School, in English, in history, the arts, science, mathematics, health. We have drafts of the portraits running, and we're going to need your help next year in refining them so they actually speak to what your experience of the academic program is. It refines every year, it changes every year, and we need you to be part of that. Consider the power and clarity of having something like a portrait to refer back to when we're thinking about our purpose together, why we meet to learn. These portraits are at once grounded in the reality of good academic work that happens here and in the aspirations that we have as a Quaker community to ever deepen the understandings of human connection in the service of creating the kind of world we want to see, the kind of peaceful, connected, sustainable world we hope to see. Think about the peace lecture from yesterday. What type of world do we want to see? Your academics are a part of getting you to the point where you can actually build that once you leave these walls. As faculty, we've engaged in this project this year, and I've been inspired. I've been so inspired by the interconnectedness between the disciplines. You're going to hear books be named to book awards in separate disciplines, science, math, English, but I hope that you're also thinking or notice already in your own experiences how linked all of these subjects are. Students, what would be missing from your education if any one of these subjects did not exist, just wasn't a part of your roster? English, history, science, mathematics, arts, health, just disappears from your experience, did not exist. What ways of knowing or interpreting the world might suffer as a result of that? What would be missing from that for you? Test that query out, as Quakers say. As we lift up awardees this morning, I ask you to test out these more specific queries that also speak to the academic disciplines. How do you deal with something that's uncomfortable? What does peace really mean? When you're called to service, how do you respond to the responsibility for stewardship. These might not sound like academic questions if you're thinking about them on the surface, but they are. Think about how they might be. What does it take to nurture your relationships? How do you celebrate your growth? Can you name or articulate your dream for what a better world actually looks like? What's your vision? How do you hold space for wonder? What does holding yourself accountable look like in practice, actually? How do you express kindness every day? How do you use numbers and data to reason and make sense of the world? In the upper school at Abington Friends, students are prepared to navigate the path towards lives of deep meaning and purpose. That's on the website, I think. Meaning is quite a weighty word in Quaker spaces. When we say meaning for learning, we aspire to the height of what a learning experience can mean in not only your growth and development as students, but also in our own evolution as educators. Your teachers are always growing too, and they grow the more you grow. We grow together. At AFS, in this meeting for learning, we're all teachers and learners. Students learn from teachers. Teachers learn from other teachers. Students learn from other students. Teachers learn from students. As AFS students, we seek to prepare you to lead meaningful lives, not only once you leave these hallways and performance spaces. Each day you come to school, you should be laying foundational bricks for your road ahead. That's what progress actually looks like. It's brick by brick by brick by brick. It's deliberate. It doesn't happen overnight, and it takes work. Here you engage in a learning process that seeks to both create space for all voices and sharpen your ability to discern, ask productive questions, and make sense of the world around you. This ceremony, this annual ceremony, is a moment for us to all reflect on what we've accomplished already and what we can accomplish. So we're going to be lifting up seniors, but underclassmen that are in the space, consider, what can you accomplish? How might what you're hearing about the people that we recognize today inspire your action? Or how does it mirror the action that you're taking already in the academic program and beyond? This morning, let's recognize the wonderful achievements of AFS students, the achievements that they made this year, but also achievements that they've cumulatively made up until this moment. The students we lift up today are scholars, intellectuals, and creatives, driven by their passions and grounded in extraordinary work ethic. As we recognize their achievements, we also lift up the entire community as it supported and/or inspired those achievements. When people are becoming their best, they generally grow out of very fertile soil. The community is the soil. But make no mistake, every AFS student achieves and grows in their own way, along their own path, and along their own journey. So, can we get around just to lift the space up before we start to name anybody? So typically, Rich gives out this first award. This is the Greg Salmon Award. We have the Greg Salmon family here. Can we give them a round for being in this space with us today? Where are you? Where are you? Welcome. But Rich is in Boston because his daughter just had a baby, so we had to drive up. So lift that up also. So bear with me as I offer our first award, but also give you context as to why we offer the Salmon Award and why it's important for our community now. Greg Salmon Award. In December of 2004, this community suffered a devastating loss when Greg Salmon, class of 2006, was killed in a car accident. In our loss of Greg, his place in the community as someone who carried a bright spirit, the unusual ability to put all at ease, to include others, to make others laugh in generous ways, to be a caring and attentive friend to many, his commitment to community service all came into clear focus. The easiest way to describe him was as a great kid, just a great kid. With the annual Greg Salmon Award, when we remember Greg and these gifts that he shared so freely with others, and we honor the deep value of his best qualities in the school community. Each year, the Greg Salmon Award is given to a member of the junior class who reflects these virtues above and beyond these accomplishments that are more typically recognized in school awards. So this isn't necessarily an academic award. It's really a humanitarian award in a lot of respects. You hear that, right? For our community. This is the person who's been named is nominated by the 11th grade team, and names are submitted to the Dean of Students for ultimate selection. So I want you to hear that. Before we name the person, can we give a round for Greg Salmon? Students, we didn't rehearse this, but here's the protocol. If your name is called, we're going to ask you to come down to the stage. Yeah, we're going to clap for you real awkward, and then we're going to read something about you that reflects back light as to why you're receiving this. You heard me talk about the portraits of a graduate. Something that I want to say about that related to these awards. Department chairs have talked about potentially using the portraits that we ultimately have to maybe even determine, like, who gets these awards. Maybe that's the mirror that we use to think about what light we reflect. So, you ready? Let's begin. This year's Greg Salmon Award goes to Maya London Gray. Maya London is the epitome of a multifaceted leader, community builder, and compassionate individual. With an exceptional eye for design, she's left an indelible mark on our upper school productions through her stunning posters, demonstrating not only her artistic talent, but also her graciousness in receiving feedback and collaborating tirelessly to achieve excellence. Beyond her artistic endeavors, Maya London's impact on our community is profound. You know it. With her infectious joy and good humor, she effortlessly bridges gaps between friend groups, creating a more inclusive and vibrant atmosphere. In the classroom, she shines as an engaged and thoughtful participant, always eager to learn and support her peers, while her humility with an edge allows space for others to share and participate. Maya London's commitment to service extends beyond the school walls, whether it's uplifting fellow students through powerful articles in the Blue and White, organizing for Kicks for Cancer, or volunteering, or playing on the sports fields, or working in the summer. She consistently demonstrates unwavering resilience and generosity of spirit. As a leader in sports, academics, and the arts, Maya London's impact is undeniable. Whether she's leading the lacrosse team on and off the field, excelling academically in English electives, or honing her skills as a cellist, she approaches each endeavor with dedication and positivity, inspiring those around her to strive for their very best. Maya London's contributions to our community are immeasurable, and her presence brings light and warmth to every space she occupies. It is with great admiration and gratitude that we recognize her as a true leader, scholar, and friend. Congratulations, Maya London, on this well-deserved recognition. Next, I'm going to welcome up Tina to offer the Campbell Family Service Award.
I'm significantly shorter. It's my honor to present the Campbell Family Service Award today. The Campbell Family Service Award was established in 2012 in recognition of former AFS parents David and Gwen Campbell, in appreciation for their outstanding contributions, generosity, and long years of dedicated service to Abington Friends School. The Campbell Family Service Award goes to the senior who best embodies the Campbell spirit of giving, generosity, and leadership through hard work and service to others. This embodiment is best described as the notion of heart, head, and hands. That is, this student has demonstrated heart through a visible passion for service and selfless devotion to others. This student has shown a head for leadership, initiative, creativity, and persistence. And this student has used hands for doing what needs to be done and being involved in the work in a deeply personal way. The Campbell Family Service Award recognizes that student whose selfless community involvement has added immeasurably to the quality of life for all of us. This year, the Campbell Family Service Award goes to Hannah Rosenbaum. Hannah is an exceptional leader and organizer with a genuine commitment to fostering inclusivity and community engagement. Taking the initiative to create Multicultural Night and seeing it through from start to finish demonstrates both vision and dedication. Her involvement in various roles, from the Student Agenda Committee to peer tutoring and community service, underscores her versatility and willingness to contribute talents in the service of growing our school's capacity to support one another. Her actions align closely with Quaker school principles, particularly those of community, service, and inclusivity. Quaker education emphasizes the importance of fostering a sense of community where every individual is valued and respected. By organizing Multicultural Night and facilitating collaboration among affinity groups, she actively promotes diversity and inclusivity within the school community, embodying the Quaker belief in equality and the worth of every individual. Furthermore, her involvement in peer tutoring and community service reflects the Quaker commitment to service and social responsibility. Through her dedication to helping others develop confidence and skills, she exemplifies the Quaker principle of stewardship, using her talents and resources for the betterment of others. Her leadership roles as clerk of peer tutors and clerk of community service also showcase her commitment to Quaker values of integrity and responsibility. By taking on those roles, she demonstrates her willingness to serve the community and contribute to its well-being in meaningful ways. Overall, her actions exemplify the Quaker ideals of community, service, and equality. Hannah, thank you for sharing your light with us.
Good morning, everyone. As Arts Department Chair, I'm thrilled to be up here today with my colleagues to recognize these seniors for their outstanding commitment to their arts education here at AFS. I am going to be presenting the 2024 Instrumental Music Virtuoso Award to a student who demonstrates exceptional musical aptitude, technical skill, and a constant drive for learning. This year's winner is Ryan Savior. Stay put. This next part is great. Ryan is incredibly unassuming and modest. She doesn't always like to have the spotlight on her. She won't speak out during rehearsals unless asked. However, it is obvious that there is an overarching and absolute respect from her classmates for Ryan's musical knowledge and abilities. Having observed her interactions with other students, Ryan demonstrates crucial leadership skills such as clarity, responsiveness, differentiation, and patience. If I need a concept modeled for the ensemble, Ryan will do it immediately and correctly. If we need an on-the-spot solo in jazz ensemble, Ryan's my go-to. No one is more reliable, agreeable, and capable. One thing that may not be known outside the band room is that Ryan, a tenor sax player for as long as I've known her, agreed to play the flute in concert band as there were no other players for the instrument. And I was unaware at the time that she had several years of instruction on the instrument, and for this entire year, Ryan has been playing the flute just as wonderfully as she plays the saxophone. I was surprised at the time, but I really should not have been. Everything Ryan takes on is done with diligence, thoughtfulness, and perseverance. Her willingness to put the band's needs before her own, her adaptability, and her quiet yet widespread leadership will all be sorely missed next year in the band room. I'm very happy to present Ryan with the Instrumental Music Virtuoso Award.
Strings. The Strings Virtuoso Award. It's going to go to Stella Simpson. Stella has been rewarded with the Instrumental Virtuoso Award because, come on, you heard her playing last night, the third movement of a concerto in A minor by Antonio Vivaldi. It's worth mentioning that Stella didn't have that in her repertoire, and that was an imposition from her evil string teacher. And she played it exceptionally, and when making me, the string program, the school, her family, and more importantly, herself proud. For 4 years, I have had the opportunity to know Stella as a young musician, and remember that music is an art, and like all art, it represents human ideals and emotions. In the string program, we have known Stella as a musician who is very direct with expressing her emotions, defending her convictions fearlessly, and caring very much about her classmates. Are people self-made leaders? Are people natural-born leaders? Is it both? I have witnessed Stella become a leader in the string program. In different occasions, I have had her practicing and teaching and helping her sections in different times. I have seen her teaching and helping individually other musicians in the school and in the string program. And she also represents herself as a leader and with the way how she conducts herself. So, and this award is not just a virtuoso award in the way how you express yourself as a musician and technically how you play an instrument. I think it represents many levels, and in which Stella has been expressing herself as a human, as a woman, and as an amazing person. Thank you, Stella.
Hi, I'm Justin Salonika. I'm the Director of Choral Music. The AFS Music Department Award for Service and Leadership honors a senior who has shown many years of commitment, integrity, and dependability in the music program at AFS. This year's award goes to Noah Yoon. Let me tell you all a story of a boy and his trombone. Picture, if you will, Noah Yoon, much younger, much shorter, significantly worse at wrestling than he is now. A fifth grade boy with a dream that one day he would be the greatest trombone player to ever live. But how would he achieve that dream? Well, for starters, he would practice and practice and practice and practice in the band room, in the practice rooms, at home. At an age when most kids really don't practice their instruments all that much, Noah was an exception. Because Noah loved the trombone, and he was starting to get really good at it. But besides his willingness to practice constantly, Noah had another quality that would help him reach his goal. And that quality was irrepressible enthusiasm. Noah spread the gospel of music far and wide, immediately volunteering to play for literally any event that required a trombone, and for several events that did not. Off-campus jazz performances, on-campus pep bands, winterfests, graduations, Noah was always first in line to help set up, play his heart out, and then help clean up afterwards. In his junior year, Noah branched out to sing in chorus as well. For the past 2 years, Noah's boundless energy and deep bass voice has enriched the concert choir while he continued playing trombone for the jazz band. Now, to be clear, Noah Yoon is not yet the greatest trombone player to ever live. He will need to practice even more for that. But when it comes to being an ambassador for our music program, he's pretty hard to beat. With tremendous gratitude for everything Noah has done for music at AFS, we present him with the Music Department Award for Service and Leadership.
Hi, I'm Kitson O'Neill. I am the upper school drama teacher, and I get to direct the shows. And so this year it is my honor to present the 2024 Abingdon Friends Theater Award for Performance. This award honors the senior who has elevated our program through their creativity, generosity, and dedication to the craft of acting. This year, that artist is Sadie Mills. Sadie very seriously pursues silliness. It is the most difficult path for an actor, but she makes it look so easy, doesn't she? You know this if you saw her hilarious and also heartbreaking portrayal of Culiagan in Three Sisters, or her deeply conflicted Casca in Julius Caesar. Her peers see her excellence as well. She has been nominated for a Cappy every time she has appeared in an upper school production, winning Best Featured Actor last year, and this year, who knows? But friends, the ease is a ruse. Sadie works hard on her craft, thinking deeply about her characters and bringing unexpected perspectives to both rehearsal and class, and sometimes meeting for worship. We will miss your leadership and good humor, Sadie. Thank you so much for sharing your talents with us.
Okay. Well, my name is Amy Diaz-Newman. I'm the studio arts instructor. And it seemed fitting to reflect on the outstanding studio artists of the class of 2024 just as they were in the busy process of mounting their senior showcase exhibits. This year has a bumper crop of talented artists, but I want to lift up one student in particular who has demonstrated wonderful growth and dedication during her 4 years in the art room, Sophia Wang. Sophia's learning curve in the studio art program has been dramatically steep. From a timid approach in the freshman drawing class, which was masked and hybrid and felt ridiculously short in duration, her style and confidence have blossomed. As a senior, she operates with vision, independence, energy, and commitment. Perhaps this confidence and gusto have something to do with her choice of a very particular thesis concept: vibrantly colorful and painterly marks used to convey her love of familiar natural spaces. Experimenting with chalk pastels one year, it seemed like something was unlocked for her, and everything changed. She became loose and fluid and masterful. Sometimes students get bored trying to thoroughly mine their topics for long enough to develop a deep body of work. But Sophia's love for trees, streams, hills, and fields has sustained her, and she has trained a steady eye on her beloved environments to capture all their rich detail and texture. I hope that all of you will take some time to view her very special work.
Hello, I'm Donna Russo, and I teach photography. Today's award for photographer exemplar goes to a senior student who's creative, a risk taker, leader, and role model, whose work consistently demonstrates what it takes to be an accomplished photography student and photographer: practice, vision, skill, and determination. This year, I honor Rainey Flack and Kayla Walker. Rainey, I take this moment to acknowledge your unwavering dedication and fearless exploration in photography. From your freshman year, it was evident that your curiosity drives you to push your boundaries, explore ideas and interests, and to take risks. Whether venturing into the dark to capture the night sky, creating mesmerizing composites in Photoshop, or mastering the intricacies of flash photography to capture the perfect splash, you approach your work with a rare combination of play, enthusiasm, and determination. Your commitment to honing your skills and exploring new techniques as you remain steadfast in your pursuit of artistic excellence is a testament to who you are. With each click of the shutter, you weave magic into your images, next refined and enhanced in post-production until they resonate with your vision. As your teacher, it's been a pleasure to witness your growth and evolution as a photographer and student. Your presence in the classroom uplifts and engages your peers. You've become a go-to person for your classmates when they need help, need a model, or some photo advice, and your inquisitiveness and engagement in our everyday tasks and routines can be counted on. Kayla, the dedication to your craft is evident in every shot, but what sets you apart is your focus and decisive action. You see your images before you even start making them. Your photographs tell stories, not just of style and beauty, but of friendship, faith, and the tapestry of life. Your gift for capturing moments of genuine connection and joy in the laughter shared between friends or the quiet contemplation of someone lost in prayer are more than images. They're windows into the human experience. Whether directing a subject's pose or meticulously crafting light and ambience, you harness the creative process to elevate your work to new heights. And in these moments, you're not just a photographer, but a role model. You demonstrate but a role model, demonstrating the dedication and perseverance required to excel in this craft, driving you to continually evolve and refine your talents. Shoot and refine, tweak the light, point of view, depth of field, until you're satisfied. I'm proud to recognize you both today for the work you've produced and the contributions you've made to our classroom. Thanks for making Room 21 a great place to work, play, and make lasting images.
Good morning. My name is Andrew Bickford. I'm here on behalf of the English department to bestow 2 separate awards. We'll do them one at a time. This is an assembly for recognizing the achievements of students in our community. But for a moment, think about a teacher who truly mattered in your life. For the AFS class of 1955, that person was Mary Helen Bickley, an English teacher they credited for helping them become confident readers, writers, and thinkers. To honor her memory, a senior who is a powerful reader, writer, and thinker, we will dedicate a book in the Faulkner Library in this person's name. That person who we'd like to honor this year for the Mary Helen Bickley Award is Catherine Jean. Catherine self-reports that she did not always love reading, but we in the upper school would never know that based on her time with us. She is a reader who loves to intertwine the 2 genres of horror and fantasy and has pursued these veins of thought passionately in our classes. She has written about these themes in the classroom, talked about them in the hallways, and published articles about them in the Blue and White, where she expertly balanced both a cataloging of types of horror films while also offering a critique of the genre. Catherine's writing also creates the delicate balance of being systematic and whimsical, diving deeply into the chosen topics, but not being limited by the first impressions or thoughts. She willingly enters alternative realities and universes to explore and think. We look forward to Catherine coming back to share her creative journey in her mind and on the page. It is for these reasons that the English department would like to honor Catherine with the Mary Helen Bickley Award. For the next award, I'd like to borrow from Jane Austen. So to borrow from Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, it is a truth universally acknowledged that an AFS English class in possession of students must be in want of Audrey Cobbs to complete the class. The English department can't remember a day when Audrey did not have a book under the elbow to read for pleasure. She is fully engaged with the community at a multiplicity of levels, organizing book drives, being a linchpin for class discussions, and her absolute love of Pride and Prejudice. Audrey serves as the foundation to class discussion with excellent contributions and by creating spaces for other students to fill in. She solicits recommendations from both her peers and teachers, and then reports back after she's read the book. Audrey meticulously drafts each assignment multiple times, going back and making sure it is absolutely right. For example, for a competition, Audrey revised a short story for weeks, then had to cut 10 pages, and then revised again, but there is always her joyous attitude. She is a creative writer who finds topics that she is passionate about and follows it all the way through the process. It is for this commitment to the process, love of literature, and making any space she occupies a better space that the English department would like to honor Audrey Cobbs.
Good morning. My name is Drew Benfer. I have the pleasure of serving as the interim history department chair for my wonderful colleagues. I'm here to present 2 history awards today. I'll call them up each one by one to start. The first history award goes to Alejandro Perez Fernandez. And the second History Department award goes to Catherine Jean. For Alejandro, I mean for the love of everything good in this world. This phrase of exasperation is one that Alejandro weaved into an editorial during his senior year, and we believe that it captures his current concerns for the United States, and yet also a hope for the future. His writing demonstrated the strength of his research skills, as each body paragraph contains specific details of historical moments and events. From the same seat for his class the last 3 years, Alejandro developed his voice as a writer, offering sharp critique of political history and current events. When provided the opportunity to hear from a guest speaker, Alejandro embraced the moments and asked question after question, balancing his inquisitiveness with the desire to hear and learn from the perspectives of others, all the while serving as an example for how to be present and engaged in a lesson. Alejandro also embodies the idea of studentship, an idea you hear mentioned by teachers at AFS. He does not miss assignments. Rather, Alejandro completed them with care and usually well ahead of schedule. For 4 years, Alejandro, we witnessed your growth and development as a student of history, especially political history. We know your list of concerns is long, and we wish you all the best as you balance using history and humor to move the nation forward to a more just and equitable society. Congratulations, Alejandro. For Catherine, starting with the great questions that she asks in the classroom and in private conversations, she does the work that historians do. We appreciated the unexpected connections across time periods or types of history, which she then pursued with research. Catherine understands and excels at gathering different accounts of the past to get as complete an understanding as possible. The final products of her work, Google slide presentations, multiple page papers, and yes, even a display of the party clubhouse that was a part of 19th century machine politics, all demonstrated how historians use many kinds of evidence to support their analysis. Catherine thoroughly completed daily assignments, tirelessly read to find specific details, including quotes of primary and secondary sources, as she did last year when she studied Octavius Cato. Why is he not remembered today and taught in the history courses offered to students by independent schools? She asked that very question and then made the argument that we should all know Octavius Cato. We are confident that Catherine will continue to balance a curiosity for the past with a creative mind to ask and answer questions with exhaustive research. Congratulations, Catherine.
Good morning. My name is Brian Cassidy on behalf of the Modern Language Department. Learning a second language requires resilience, introspection, collaboration, and a willingness to accept that you just won't always be able to express yourself as well as you do in your first language. That's why when we as teachers see Lori Lee's name on our roster, we're assured of a promising class ahead. It's something that runs in her family. Her older brother won this award a few years ago, too. The quintessential classroom ambassador. Lori is a talented and jovial student of the Spanish language and culture. For 4 years, she has been an invaluable presence in her class, often providing a spark of energy, intellectualism, and believe it or not, wit. Often the first to arrive and last to leave, Lori's questions about Spanish not only keep us on our toes as teachers, but shed light on the value that she places on learning. Whether grappling with the nuances of Spanish grammar or deepening her range of vocabulary, Lori recognizes the importance of responding to setbacks and modeling to others what it means to create a meeting of learning. She reads with an advanced level of proficiency, can offer insightful critique of film, or simply prolong a conversation with your peer by listening and asking questions that deepen the dialogue. However, what is most impressive about Lori's growth and achievement is her ability to think critically in a second language, as seen when discussing topics of economic and political justice, equal rights, analyzing short stories, and in debating the impact of the modern world on marginalized communities. Her vision for a more equitable society for all people is reflected in everything that she does. It is with great enthusiasm that we recognize Lori Lee for her achievement as a language student.
Good morning, friends. My name is Erin Bankson, and I'm here representing the math department. This year, the mathematics department is going to give one award to a very special mathematician. We are pleased to recognize Sophia Wang. Sophia has been an exemplary mathematician, an eager learner, and such a tenacious problem solver at AFS. In her multiple calculus classes, it was a gift to watch her approach each challenging problem with an open heart. Sophia tackles problems like their presents waiting to be unwrapped, with boundless curiosity and cheerful enthusiasm, exuding joy while she works. That's not how all of us feel when we do math problems. On her mathematical journeys, she asks discerning questions, considers the many angles of each problem, works with pinpoint accuracy, and grasps nuance like only a true mathematician can. Whether in calculus, statistics, or computer science, when Sophia raised her hand, we knew she would ask questions to push the class toward deeper intellectual discovery. What's more is that Sophia's mathematical processes have a distinctly human quality to them. She exhibits her talents with kind humility and compassion for the learning of others. Who wouldn't want to be in a group with Sophia? She asks and answers questions in equal measure, making it easy for others to both share their ideas and learn from her deep well of knowledge and insight. Making connections is her superpower. Sophia brought her skills, enthusiasm, and group mindset outside the classroom too, as an essential leader of both the math club and the AFS robotics team. Whether completing weekly math competitions, persevering through 14-hour math modeling contests, or serving as the robotics drive team operator, Sophia's steady, focused presence made her an effective clerk and an indispensable team member. As she embarks on her college journey, she takes with her a strong and varied skill set for her studies of architecture or anything else mathematical. We are honored to present the Math Award to Sophia.
Good morning. I'm Lisa Emirati. I'll be speaking on behalf of the Science Department. This year, the Science Department is excited to honor Sasha Van Steenberg. Science and Quakerism are both deeply rooted in the act of truth-seeking, and Sasha is a truth seeker through and through. So it's no surprise that Sasha is deeply passionate about both of these things. Sasha wants to uncover truths. She wants to understand all of the nuances of complex systems, and she wants to do it now. But her drive to weave together a coherent and detailed view of the world doesn't cause her to cut corners. Rather, she understands the profound challenges of truth-seeking and tackles them with tenacity. In the quest for truth, one's road is never smooth, and Sasha has not only come to understand this, but has honed her ability to embrace challenges, understand what surprising results are telling her, and begin again, armed with the new information the challenge revealed. Like all gifted scientists, Sasha has a true commitment to academic rigor and the remarkable ability to ground herself in logical critique. What a gift to be passionate about learning while still able to be dispassionate about the way one applies their analysis. Sasha, we so appreciate the many gifts you have shared with this community, and we are excited for the truths you will uncover in the future.
Give a round for everybody. Congratulations, friends. So I want to go back to that query. Imagine if one of these departments, one of these ways of knowing were not a part of your experience. What would be missing? What would be missing? You'll just let that sit. Seniors, this won't be the last time we recognize you. You know that coming up when you come back from Capstone is senior recognition. Every single one of you will get a record read about how you've shown light in this community. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, our athletes, you know that in June we're going to have our athletics recognition ceremony that kind of mirrors this in some way. There's so many ways that people contribute to making this community as great as it can be. Right, so we want to lift that up as part of the celebrating of at the end of the year. Seniors, a request, if you feel it, remember there's that poster board that's right outside of the main office in the history hallway that has just advice to underclassmen for when you leave campus. Feel free to grab a marker in a spirit of kindness and generosity. Leave any messages that you feel like might resonate with the folks who are, you know, coming after you. I know you care about the community in ways, and maybe that's a way to document some of it before you leave campus today. After we close today, we go back to the regular schedule for Friday. I don't think I'm missing any announcements. I'm going to ask us to close with a moment of silence so that we can allow what's been said to sit. Go well. Cue the music.